too much at the beginning of videos, so we're just gonna jump into it. This is part 2 of fancy words to make you sound smart. So last time we left off on cloying. We are now on deja vu. I was trying to figure out how to to say alphabetically, but we're just on deja vu. So deja vu, D-E-J-A space V-U. The experience of thinking a new situation already occurred. So it's like you're in a moment, in like the present moment, and you're like, wait, I've experienced this before. It's a weird feeling. I've had it happen a few times throughout my life. Next, dichotomy. D-I-C-H-O-T-O-M-Y. Dichotomy. A classification into two opposed parts or subclasses. How would you use that in a sentence? Like, dichotomy. I don't know. Like, previously I was thinking like dichotomy of man, but that'd be more like duality. You know, like dichotomy, like someone's personality, like their dichotomy could, they could have a dichotomy. I don't know. Does that make sense at all? I don't think so. Next. Okay, I had to look this up. I already looked it up before because this is my second time filming this video. Dilettante. I first saw it and I was like, what the heck does that say? But it's dilettante. D-I-L-E-T-T-A-N-T-E. Dilettante. An amateur engaging in an activity without serious intention. Almost like not even a hobby, but you're like, oh, you see a TikTok video and you're like, oh, I can do that. So, a dilettante. You're a dilettante. Next. Disheveled. D-I-S-H-E-V-E-L-E-D. Disheveled. In disarray, extremely disorderly. So like, he had a disheveled appearance. They had a disheveled appearance. Just hair was all crazy, everything, just looking visibly. Or like the house was disheveled. Okay. This is only 4 letters. I can't count. Oh my god. But Elon. I think it'd be Elon. E-L-A-N. Elon. Let's look that up. E-L-A-N. Look up. Alan. Elon. Because this pronunciation has an accent on it. Flair, energy, style, and enthusiasm. Okay, wait, let's copy, paste that. Oops, okay. Copy. Paste. We want pronunciation. Aylin.
Elan or Elon.
I was right, Elan. Okay. So it's enthusiastic and assured of vigor and liveliness. Okay. Ennui. I only know this one because of Inside Out too. Ennui. E-N-N-U-I. Ennui. The feeling of being bored by something tedious. I feel like that's me all the time. But ennui, like I'm feeling ennui doing this homework. I don't know if that's the right way to use it in a sentence, but pluck. Ew, next, epitome. E-P-I-T-O-M-E. A standard or typical example. Epitome, like that's the epitome of greatness. That's the epitome of stupidity. That's the epitome of good food. Stuff like that. I don't know. Next one. I don't think I've heard of this one, but equanimity. I think it's equanimity. E-Q-U-A-N-I-M-I-T-Y. Equanimity. Steadiness of mind under stress. Equanimity, steadiness of mind under stress. So like, you're being super calm and like steady, basically, in the definition, in an extreme situation. So like EMTs show equanimity. Emergency responders show equanimity. Yeah, okay. Equivocate. So equivocate. Equivocate. Be deliberately ambiguous or unclear. Next word, esoteric. 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 Okay, if you guys were like me and went through like a tarot card reading phase, like watching any type of tarot reading on YouTube, oh my god. Asotero. Yeah, Asotero was like one of my favorite channels ever. I only watched her. So it was Esotarot. Asotero. She's amazing. I love her. But this word is esoteric because it was a play on this word. But esoteric. 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 Understandable only by an enlightened inner circle. I was always thinking like esoteric meant like, I don't know any other way to say it besides like woo woo. Like, oh, they're esoteric. Okay. Next, euphemism. 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 An inoffensive expression substituted for an offensive one. So like, okay, I think in Spanish, this is a euphemism, but I mean, people use it anyway, but, so like, one of my friends would say, when her parents were around, she'd say, no manches, like, they'd say, no manches, and I think that's a euphemism for no mames, which means, like, don't suck. So that's one type of euphemism. Or there's, like, let's look up an example. Euphemism example. Honest to a fault is a euphemism for rude. There is strong-willed as a euphemism for stubborn or bossy. Not the sharpest tool in the shed is a euphemism for being unintelligent. Stuff like that. So that's a euphemism. Next, we are on to the F's. Ooh. I think this is fait accompli. FAITACCOMPLI. It's an irreversible accomplishment. What does that even mean? Let's look that up.
Fait accompli.
Fait accompli. They put like an emphasis on the E, so fait accompli. And this one says, yeah, an accomplished or irreversible deed, fact, or action. So like, oh, signing a contract. Interesting, okay. Next, fastidious. Don't be so fastidious. Fastidious. Hold on, I feel like I can't pronounce this right now, but I know how to say like, don't be so fastidious. I'm so sorry, this is so bad.
Fastidious.
Okay, fastidious. Giving careful attention to detail. Fastidious. Pronounced that one wrong. Next, I know this one. This is faux pas. FAUX and space PAS. Faux pas, a socially awkward or tactless act. So like, that was such a social faux pas. Like, screaming in public when there's no need for that. Like, nothing bad is happening type of thing. Or like, it's not socially appropriate. So like, screaming in the middle of a restaurant is a social faux pas versus like at a concert. Or like, example, yesterday, but by the time this is out, it'll be a few days after, but we went to dinner, me, my boyfriend, and our friend. We went to go eat, and we were sitting outside, and it seemed like they had staged this conversation to have, and it was like the most outrageous things that I don't think teenagers should be doing. And then one of them got up, screamed, and ran away, and was like, "My mom's here," and ran to the parking lot, squatted behind some bushes, and then got their phone out and started filming. And I hope they were just filming their friend for this staged interaction, but let me find out they were actually filming us to see what we'd do, and I am going to lose it, because that's not okay to be filming people in public, but I would say that's a faux pas. Next, fiasco, because that situation was a fiasco. Fiasco, fiasco, a complete failure or collapse. I mean, I guess that wasn't a fiasco because we didn't it wasn't like we went to dinner with these people, but a fiasco would be like, oh, you spent all this time planning an event, and then just every single thing goes wrong, and it just ends with everything going wrong still. That'd be a fiasco. Finagle. F-I-N-G-L-E. Finagle. Achieve something by means of trickery or devious methods. He finagled his way into this job position. She finagled her way to the top. I don't know. Finagle. Oh, this next one. Freudian slip. F-R-E-U-D-I-A-N space S-L-I-P. Freudian slip. A slip-up that, parentheses, according to Sigmund Freud, parentheses, results from the operation of unconscious wishes or conflicts and can reveal unconscious processes in normal, healthy individuals. Okay. This is technically not a Freudian slip, but last September, we were out with some of our friends, and one of our friends was dating this girl, and we saw her mom in public, and he said, "Oh, there's my mother-in-law." Mind you, they hadn't been dating long, right? And I looked at him and I was like, "Oh, Freudian slip." But that wouldn't, I don't think that's considered a Freudian slip, because I don't know, but I just thought it was funny, because I was like, "Oh, I don't think you guys are there yet," but yeah, or I don't know, but you get the idea. It's like someone kind of giving a subconscious insight into their thought process, like in a typical, or I was gonna say normal, but like in a typical situation with other people, they wouldn't have said that, but like, if it was just them alone, they would think that. I hope I'm explaining that correctly. Next, glib. G-L-I-B. I've never heard of this one. Glib. Artfully persuasive in speech. Very glib. Okay, so G-L-I-B, glib. So this would be like, would this be like someone charismatic? Like, wow, she was very glib up there. Her presentation was very glib. I don't know if that's the correct way of using it, but hey, the more you use it, the more you learn. But that was glib, G-L-I-B. Next, gregarious, G-R-E-G-A-R-I-O-U-S, gregarious. Temperamentally seeking and enjoying the company of others, gregarious. I didn't know it meant that. Let's look that up really fast. Gregarious. Yeah, so it's someone who is highly sociable, outgoing, and enjoys the company of others. Okay, gregarious. She's very gregarious. Okay, harbinger. I like this one, harbinger. I think some people say harbinger, but I don't think that's correct. Harbinger. Like a harbinger of death. Something indicating the approach of something or someone. Harbinger of death. H-A-R-B-I-N-G-E-R. Harbinger. I feel like this is used a lot in the context of for sensual pleasures. Hedonist, I don't know how to use this in a sentence. I know I've heard it before, but like don't be hedonistic. We're like, that's hedonistic. I don't know. Next, heresy. 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 If you've seen the movie Heretic, that's like a conjugation of this word. But conjugation, yeah. A belief that rejects the orthodox tenets of a religion. Heresies, like that's heretical. That's heresy. Next, idiosyncratic. Idiosynkratic. Idiosyncratic. Peculiar to the individual. Idiosyncratic. Peculiar to the individual. I don't know how to use that in a sentence. Next, idyllic. 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 Charmingly simple and serene, like how idyllic. Next, indelicate. 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 Slightly indecent, offensive, or improper. Like, oh, how indelicate. I feel like indelicate was used in, oh my god, what's those movies with Mike Myers? I can't remember right now. Anyway, next, infinitesimal. Immeasurably small. Infinitesimal. I think that's right. INFINITESIMAL. 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 Immeasurably small. Next, insidious, like the movie. Insidious. 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 Working or spreading in a hidden and unusually injurious way. I was thinking, okay. Like, how insidious, like, that was an insidious thing to do. I don't know. Working or spreading in a hidden and unusually injurious way. Almost like malicious, like you're doing that with malicious intent. That's insidious. Okay, next. Junket. 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 Dessert made of it's a dessert made of sweetened milk coagulated with rennet. Okay, a junket. Dessert made of sweetened milk coagulated with rennet. Don't know what that is. Okay. Kitsch. Kitsch. KITSHE. Kitsch. Excessively garish or sentimental art. Like, that's so kitsch. There's that hair brand at Target called Kitsch. Yeah, okay. Next, litany. 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 Any long and tedious address or recital. Litany. Like a litany of. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how to use that one in a sentence, but I know I've heard it used in a sentence. Okay. Next, lurid. Lurid. Okay, we're just gonna go through the M's and then we'll be all done for today. Lurid. LURID. Glaringly vivid and graphic, marked by sensationalism. Like, that's lurid. Okay? Lurid. Next, Machiavellian. I like this word, Machiavellian. 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 Of or relating to immoral or conniving political principles. I had no idea that was the definition. I just know people have used it like that's so Machiavellian. Like, that technique is Machiavellian, or that approach was It's malaise, a general feeling of discomfort or uneasiness or depression. Okay. Malinger. 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 Malinger or Malinger. Avoid responsibilities and duties. Malinger. Malinger. Let's look that up really fast. Copy.
Malinger.
Malinger. It was malinger. Oh my god, I said that wrong. Malinger. Okay, next. Mantra. Literally a sacred utterance in Vedism. Mantra. M-A-N-T-R-A. Mantra. Mantra is like a little, like, saying that you have. So, like, my mantra for the day is, I can do it. I can do it. Like, that's your mantra. I don't know what Vedism is. A sacred utterance, yeah. Or like, the school's mantra is da-da-da. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 words left, and then we'll continue this another day. Maudlin. M-A-U-D-L-I-N. Maudlin, effusively or insincerely emotional. Maudlin, M-A-U-D-L-I-N. Effusively or insincerely emotional. Effusively or insincerely. That's the part that's insincerely emotional. So like, what what is it? Crocodile tears, or like you're putting up a front to get what you want. Like, would that be it? Okay, next, mercenary. Mercenary. Okay, M-E-R-C-E-N-A-R-Y. Mercenary. A person hired to fight for another country than their own. If you're a comic fan, Slade Wilson is a mercenary from DC. Slade Wilson, oh my god, why am I forgetting his name right now? Deathstroke. Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, is a mercenary. Because he just kind of gets paid to go wherever, you know. Okay, next, minimalist. M-I-N-I-M-A-L-I-S-T. Minimalist. A conservative advocating only minor reforms in government. Okay, I don't think this is correct. Because, like, minimalist is, like, oh, minimalist decor, at least in the context that most people use it. It's like, oh, you're a minimalist. Like, you don't like having that many things out. Like, you would prefer, like, a minimalist would not like my room, I think. I'm not necessarily a maximalist, like, I don't have just a ton of stuff everywhere. Like, I kind of do, but it's not like tons of stuff all over the walls. I'm like somewhere in between. But yeah, a minimalist is like those beige moms, basically. That's the nicest way I can put it right now. Like the easiest example I could think of. Next, misnomer. 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 M-I-S-N-O-M-E-R. Misnomer. Let's look that up.
Misnomer.
Okay, misnomer, misnomer. M-I-S-N-O-M-E-R. Misnomer, an incorrect or unsuitable name. An incorrect, inaccurate, or unsuitable name or designation applied to a person, place, or thing. Okay, so an example here is peanuts, because a classic misnomer, because they are actually legumes that grow underground, not true nuts, because like almonds grow on trees, because an almond tree, right? Almond tree. Yeah, almond trees. So like, yeah. Do they actually have almonds in them? That's crazy. Anyway, that's a misnomer. M-I-S-N-O-M-E-R. 8-part series. But that is all for today.